Welcome back to Gloomy Friday. In my neck of the woods, there are dark skies. It's raining, it's going to thunder. Who knows if it's going to rain cats and dogs? More later on. This is not the issue of the video today. Now, some say gold has reached the 3,000 mark per ounce. That's what Canadian Prepper has been saying. He showed even a screenshot of the thingy bob as well. When I read it, it was around about $2,988 an ounce. Regarding this so-called ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine, well, you know what Putin says we are, as you say, interested, but only under certain conditions. And obviously the Americans and Ukrainians are pushing for a ceasefire, like this they can rearm. That's not what you call a ceasefire. And instead of, you know, progressing a little bit, it's just absolutely going backwards. And this so-called ceasefire, well, as you know, Europe is preparing for war. You know, the von der Leyen and those neocons in Brussels and globalists have voted for the rearm of Europe. Seeing most of European economies are going tits up, why not reconvert to military production? Like the Volkswagen. The Volkswagen's very interested in reconverting their factories where they make their cars to make tanks and other things. You know, the Volkswagen, during the Second World War, they did make military equipment for the Nazi regime of the Third Reich. They even used slave labour as well. So, are the good old times returning again? Regarding the markets, they are crashing. People got to understand, if you've got something inside invested, best pull it out, because it will come today. The whole fucking system will just crash and be total chaos. It's a question of time. These so-called little crashes now and then, it is a bad omen to say to you, start preparing. Invest in food stocks of your own personal use, water, resources, to make you, you know, live another day. Because things are becoming more tougher, things are becoming more harder to, you know, to live with, because our creature comforts of modern life slowly, like food and energy, is getting more expensive by the day. You can go into supermarkets and you see the prices of things. And there are those who say, oh, the good old days will return. Probably a brief, you know, so-called relief, sigh relief. And then after, the whole thing will just fucking go tits up. No one's got the magic sphere to predict when it will actually happen, but they're all the signs. It's up to you if you're intelligent enough to connect the dots. I think it's best to prepare and learn some skills, because this so-called crisis will be more worse than 1929. Regarding 1929, people knew how to do a bit of gardening, sewing, a bit of electrician, plumbing, and other manual skills, which mostly today are disappeared. And more you know, and more be handy for you in a society which repairing things will save you money. But we live in an era where most of our consumer goods only last for about 2 or 3 years and you throw it away. and you can't repair them, they become obsolete. So it's best to learn some skills, stock up a little bit on food and water, and makes things a lot more easier riding out in the crisis which is coming. The silence before the storm. Who knows when it's going to come?